Max Cavalera here. This is the Vulgar Display of Podcast. Vulgar Display of Podcast right fucking now.
Tuned into the motherfucking greatest. Tuned into the motherfucking greatest.
Hey, welcome back to the Vulgar Display of Podcast. We're full force, boys.
Hey, welcome back. Come on.
Hey, I'm back. I'm healthy.
Yeah, fuck that kung flu.
You had that thing, did you?
Yeah.
Knocked me on my ass.
Did it?
Yeah, for like a good 3.5 days or so. First 2.5 days, I didn't know what it was. Monday after that, went and got tested, and they said, hey, 10, 15 minutes, we'll get your test out to you. In 4 minutes, they brought my test out and said, yep, you're positive.
Oh, wow.
Straight to quarantine.
Straight, yeah, well, I was already there, but it's straight back to quarantine.
Fuck, that sucks.
At least they're getting better at it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
No shit. Practice makes perfect.
Well, welcome back. You were missed, man. I tell you what. And
Absolutely.
Tool show was fun. That was good.
Oh,
To
man.
listen to.
Yeah, like they said, it took two to replace you, so.
It did.
Make you
They
feel
did.
better.
They did okay. Yeah. You know, got to give them credit.
And you know those guys. Those guys are Tool fans.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
We couldn't shut them up. So, but yeah, we had a lot of fun on that. We had a lot of cool feedback. A lot of people reached out, and I even posted this on our Facebook page. And if you're not on there, go ahead and like us on there. I can't stop listening to Tool now.
I know. Been on a kick.
Did an episode on it, and I feel like I sold myself kind of thing. Like I just keep listening to Tool all the time.
Me too. And people sending Snapchats and videos and like, hey, still on it. Like, I can't quit. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool to see. I'm glad we got a little bit of rejuvenation there with some Tool. And the Facebook page has been a lot of fun here lately. A lot of people sharing things.
For sure.
Some stuff I haven't heard, so it's been really cool to share and share some of the stuff that I'm into that maybe other people haven't heard and hear what everybody else is into too. So that's been really cool. So if you're on Facebook, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share and all that type of stuff. We're starting to build a little community, and it's a lot of fun.
It's fun, absolutely. Like you said, getting everybody's style of music.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Style of metal, yeah.
So this episode tonight, I think when we very first started talking about doing a podcast, this was one that we wanted to cover. And I don't know if we should name this one like the guilty pleasure episode or something, or maybe we're absolving everybody of like having a guilty pleasure, because I don't really even believe in the guilty pleasure thing. Like if I like a song, I don't care who judges me for liking a song.
It's me. I like it. I don't care what the outside
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what I'm listening to.
Yeah. And you even said before we went on air that you're a huge Adele fan.
Love Adele. Like I said, my order of music, call me crazy, it goes heavy metal, rap, Adele. And I'm not mad about it one bit.
Don't
She
be.
is talented. I love her to death. That's who I am.
So this is the new metal episode.
Yes.
Yes.
We've been talking some heavy stuff here lately, and then we did the Tool thing. We all, I think, were teenagers during that time frame.
Yes, this is our prime.
the late '90s and early 2000s, and so that was when I don't know, I don't want to speak for you guys, but I'm guessing you guys were super into music at the time that new metal was popular.
Yes.
So much fun during that time frame.
Absolutely.
It was a lot of fun.
All the bands coming out, and it was new. It was something different. And plus, like I said on the podcast before, I loved rap
Right.
when I
Yes.
was younger.
Right.
And then you're telling me you're going to combine the two?
Yes, right.
Okay, cool.
Where do I
very
sign?
good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say. I mean, we didn't have a Dr. Dre in the house.
Yeah, right.
By any means, or anything like that. But it was definitely fun.
You had your Rob Flynn, right?
Right.
Exactly. We had to Rob Flynn, and that's all we needed.
New metal got me into metal. Like I said, Slipknot was the first metal I heard, and that changed my life. So
I've kind of put a little something together that you guys aren't totally aware of that we'll do here in a little bit, and I'm really excited for that, where we're going to really get a deep dive into new metal. But I like new metal, and I loved it at the time, and there's still, when I go back and listen to some new metal, I get that nostalgic feeling, but I also, there's good stuff. There was good bands and good songs during that time period.
Absolutely.
still holding strong.
So if you're still rocking the blonde tips or whatever in the hair, and you still got the Jinkos going on, and
I'm all for it.
if you're still doing that when
Vans, the big wide Vans, yeah.
And I think you could tell on these some of those pictures I posted. You know, I constantly had that red backwards hat.
Oh yeah,
Red backwards hat, Fred Durst style, and then the ball chain necklace.
I didn't have that.
A few of those. I did. I was one of those kids.
I didn't go the deep dive into the look, but I definitely had the khaki Dickies. You know, I had more of the chino type look that was pretty popular.
Right.
So this is the new metal episode. We talked about doing this one early. We want to make you feel okay for listening to Limp Bizkit every once in a while. We want to make you feel okay for jamming out on that first Korn album or whatever you're doing. But we still got to get rid of this Anthrax band.
Oh my God. You were begging for it, dude.
So I'm not even kidding.
Begging for it.
I was going to bring it up one more time and then be done with it.
You're going to about to have a Jake Paul interaction fight with guys from Anthrax. Like, it's going to be on YouTube.
Well, it's funny you say that because I got a little clip here.
Here we go.
Going on, Chad? How you doing today? Your friends from Vulgar Display of Podcasts are sending you a little message from me, John Done, Anthrax, Shadows Fall. They tell me you have terrible taste in music and that Anthrax doesn't belong in the Big Four. What gives you the right? What are you, a fucking producer? Anyways, maybe your buddies can pull some money together, send you to an ear doctor so you can unclog that shit in your ears, and then maybe you'll start liking some real music. And then maybe I'll be able to see you on a tour in like fucking 2097 after this pandemic. Anyways, hope you start liking better music and have a good day. Fuck you.
I love it.
And this is a good new metal reference, but that was the big fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah. Straight called you out.
So that one actually hurt because that dude's also in Shadows Fall.
Yeah,
which
who
is
you
a band
love.
I love.
Love those guys.
Right.
So I could take most of that, but then when he said "fuck you" at the end, I'm like, oh man,
It got personal real
yeah,
quick.
it did. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to back off there because it's becoming real. But we also got another message from somebody for Twan. Remember on the breakdown episode, we selected our top 3 and then some honorable mentions. And Twan's top pick was Davidian by Machine Head. So we got a message from Logan Mater, and here it is.
Hey, I got a big shout out and a thank you to Twan for selecting Davidian as your all-time favorite breakdown. Hell yeah, dude. I agree. That shit is badass. It's fucking timeless. Still to this day. Heavy as fuck. Thank you, man.
He's right.
Super dope.
He's right. He agreed with you, and you agreed with him. And he was also in Soulfly.
He was. And we first time Soulfly was the first show I saw in a club at Mississippi Nights. And he was actually walking around and he just sat there and hung out with us for a bit and took some pictures. And
That's amazing.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
I saw them a few times at Pops, and they always tore the place down.
Really cool. I think there's like a picture montage up there where, again, we're in my barn kind of area, and there's some pictures up there. I think he's in one of those up there. The show that you're talking about almost made my top club show.
Yeah.
On the first episode that we did where we picked actual shows, because that show was killer. It was Soulfly, Snot, Head PE,
Snot.
was System.
Nope, it was just those 3.
Okay, yeah. Killer show.
Yes.
$8.
Crazy.
Grief.
Crazy.
$8.
Yeah, and we barely survived.
I barely did, and I had to get pulled out from the front.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was. So that was cool to hear from Logan, and thank you, Logan, for that. I know he's going to listen to this episode. He told me he was going to. So that was pretty cool. We got a couple other drop-ins later that we're going to talk about. So we're good with Anthrax. We're really good with Machine Head and Soulfly. We're good. We don't
We're
have.
making amends. It's a new year. We apologize.
We're trying to get right on the good path of metal.
Right.
We don't want to make any
Right.
enemies. But I did see something this week that kind of irked me.
Uh-oh.
I think you guys saw it too, because it was actually on our Facebook group that somebody posted it, where there's this list of bands that you're not supposed to say on air, and you can maybe understand why if you see the list, and we can share the list out again if we need to.
But it's 2022. I mean, the number 1 song in the country last year was WAP by fucking Cardi B. Like, and then now we can't even mention band names? Like, come on now with the hate.
And some of the bands I had heard of, and some of them, their names are hilarious.
Yes.
Yes. Very much so.
You know, I don't really like being told what to do sometimes. So when I saw that list, I was like, you know what? We're going to say those names.
Every single one of them.
Yeah, I think there's like 30 names on the list.
Yeah, I got time.
But instead of us saying it, I thought it'd be even cooler to pay my kid to say it.
Absolutely. So
here-
you're like $30, $1 a band.
No, like
chip in on that.
$5.
Five. Okay, I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it.
So here it is. I recorded it.
Abhorrent fetus abuses of the clergy, 8 off St. Alabama, thunder, pussy, alien, sex, fiend, anal, cunt, angel, corpse, angel, cybernetic, god, crusher, dark angel, decrepit, birth, death, angel, deicide, deep fried, abortion, dying fetus, I hate God, full-blown egg, scope, for God, dethroned, heaven shall burn, hell or impale, Nazarene, the jack officers, Jesus Christ, Lord Jesus, eater, Lucifer, killer, priest, morbid, angel, mighty, sphincter. Nails of Christ, manslaughter, preschool, tea party, massacre, Lucifer, pussy overload, rhino, clip, rotting Christ, scrotum, staplers, sexual orange, master, shit, scum, smother, Teresa, this is hell, upside down, crosswell of smegma.
So before I get divorced, that wasn't actually my kid.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, Sarah signed off on that too.
And I don't know what the creepy music was in the background. It was a robot talking program online that I typed it in. But yeah, and I had to put, what was the one I had put in there twice?
Something staple sack. Sphincter, sphincter or something, yeah.
So you ain't gonna tell us what to do. And in fact, I also pulled all the bands on that list, and I'm gonna play 10 seconds of each band all together at one time.
Perfect.
I love that smegma crust or whatever it is. Yeah, we're just having a little fun.
Yeah.
This is the New Metal Show. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about a couple documentaries and books that have been released recently, or they're going to be released. New Metal and kind of their impact on those documentaries and those books when we come back after this.
This is Matt from Into the Moat, and you are listening to Twan and the Dudes on the Vulgar Display of Podcasts.
Welcome back to the Vulgar Display of Podcast. Thank you, Matt. That was Matt from Into the Moat that sent us that sound clip.
Shout out Matt and Into the Moat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell fucking yeah.
And his new band, Floorless, out of Florida. They're kind of an industrial heavy type band. You just heard them if you're listening to this, but super good band. It gives me a Nine Inch Nails kind of feel to it, a dark industrial kind of thing. So yeah, check out Floorless from Matt to Into the Moat. Have you guys seen the Woodstock 99 documentary that is on HBO Max?
I have.
Yes, I have.
My initial thought is it was almost set up to where it was kind of like a hit piece on the music and the bands. And it was somewhat of a hit piece on the people who put it together, but it should have been way more focused on that aspect of it rather than placing blame on all the occurrences that happened on the musicians. I mean, they didn't create the frustration, helped elevate it a little bit maybe.
And you saw the lineup when you bought your fucking ticket.
Yeah.
You weren't going to a church retreat. I'm sorry. You go and you get fucking dehydrated and tired and there's metal playing in your ears, fucking leave or don't buy a ticket. I'm sorry. I was like, okay, it's going to be live music. And the whole thing was just hating on new metal the whole time. Like, these angry white men are fucking causing the problem. They're not the problem, I promise.
If you haven't seen it, it's called Woodstock 99, Peace, Love, and Rage. It's on HBO Max. I saw it a while back, and then I watched it again here recently. And I think it had the opposite intended effect for me. And, you know, first and foremost, I don't want anybody ever being treated bad. I have three daughters. I have nothing. You know,
let women crowd surf. Fucking don't get creepy.
Right.
I get that.
There was definitely some really bad stuff that happened. But that was because they had some really not good people.
Right.
Attending
Exactly.
that show. Nobody's fault other than those people themselves.
Those fucking assholes. Yeah, get them gone. But it's not the band's fault. And then when they came up to Fred Durst and said, hey, don't do this, and he still did it. People paid to see me do exactly what I do 7 days a week. So I'm going to fucking be a performer. I'm sorry. I'm not going to tone the fuck down. Kiss my ass. That's what I'm here for. These are the assholes causing the problem in the crowd. Get rid of them, not me.
And I have the same feeling. I got really defensive over Fred Durst, and that's not something I think I would ever say.
Yeah, right. I never thought I'd put my red cardinal hat on backwards again and be like, fuck you, Fred's my boy.
I started a fan club that you can follow now.
Team Fred.
You know, I really have a problem with canceled culture. I am 100% for people's rights. I am 100% for respect and treating people in a fair way and being sensitive to people and their perspective and their gender and culture and whatever it is. But I just feel like we've swayed so far over to the other way that we've lost our way somewhere.
I had no clue that's what the documentary was about. Like I said, I thought it was going to be highlighting amazing concert for 3 days, and it was all just beating them down, saying it's all their fault that all these tragedies happened. There was a death or two or whatever. One of that guy's best friend was on there saying my buddy died at Metallica and stuff. I hate that. That's awful.
Right.
But you cannot blame Metallica or Limp Bizkit or Korn for what happened, or Rage, you know, when they had a big crowd and people getting smushed or whatever. You know what you sign on when you buy the ticket.
I felt the same way.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, Fred's showing up to work.
Yeah.
That's what he does. And then they're like, we don't want you to play break stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what? I'm going to play break
with
stuff.
that. Yeah.
I'm kind of going to play that.
Right. They've been breaking stuff since Friday night. You know, like now you say I can't play that song. And then in 3 days, they were probably in some club somewhere playing that same fucking song. It doesn't matter where you're at and where you're going, where you're playing. This is what we do.
So when you say, you know, I bought my ticket, I know what I'm getting into, to an extent, yes, with all the bands.
Right.
You didn't know what you're getting into with having to pay, what, $15 for a bottle of water or whatever they said it was.
$4 of water. And they said
not having any like fresh water for the campers and
or like
all
medical
that stuff.
tents.
So, I mean, it really should have been more focused on the setup.
Not the bands.
And not the bands. I mean, they really didn't have anything to do with that.
No. And they said beer was cheaper than water. That's why everyone was just saying, fuck it. If I'm at a concert, I'm going to drink beer. And that's why they dehydrated. And then like the showers and the little troughs that they had set up. I mean, it was garbage.
It doesn't seem like it was well run.
No, I could have put it better together. You know what I mean? Together better than that.
I feel like Fred just becomes an easy target, you know, because I think they even said Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is a band I like.
Sure.
People are starting fires out in the crowd, way out in the crowd. So let's not play the song Fire by Jimi Hendrix or something like that.
Yeah. Flea got naked. They covered it.
Yeah. They actually said that, hey, Anthony Kiedis, can you help calm this crowd down?
Yeah.
They're getting a little too excited. The cops they're tired. This is the end of the festival. Can you do something for us? Yep, I can do that. So then they come out and they do Fire
Like,
by
covered
Jimi
Fire.
Hendrix.
Like I said, Flea got butt naked, slapping the bass and playing Fire. And the security, as you were speaking of, they they would do their little 3-hour training and then step off and enjoy the concert and be out there selling drugs and fucking raging themselves. So I mean,
Exactly.
you cannot blame the bands. That's what I always go back to. You can't blame the bands for what your setup was.
Yeah, I just think nu metal becomes, and Fred especially, becomes an easy target.
Public Enemy #1.
It did feel like a hit piece to me, and its intended effect, I think, was to walk away and go, oh, those misogynistic. I came away defensive. Not that I would ever side on that side,
Right.
but I just felt like it was an easy target and a hit piece on that style.
It took away from the music. Like, that's what everyone was there for. And it took it to a totally negative side.
Yep, I agree.
It angered me.
Before we get off the Woodstock documentary, I want to say fuck Moby. I forgot to say that.
Oh my God, dude. And Moby, you can get stung by Obi. Fuck that guy. He is a fucking bitch, dude. He was a crybaby little bitch the whole time. I'm glad you brought that up because I thought the same thing. You want a wham burger and some French fries? He was mad the whole time.
French He did. Like
Dude,
they spent like
man.
5 minutes of this documentary about him not having his name on the sign or
Yeah.
something. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah. All he did was bitch.
And that probably had the opposite effect
Yeah.
what they were going for as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
And
we need a fuck Moby sticker
Like,
because that pissed me off.
It seemed like they were trying to put that part in there as a ray of sunshine. The only
Yeah.
the
He
only
was the
sane
light.
artist
Yeah.
here.
Right.
And no, he's a fuck stick.
Yeah, he is.
we're cool with Anthrax now,
Yeah,
but
we've leveled that plane. Let's say fuck Moby. Yeah.
All
You
right.
can get it. We'll throw hands. I don't care.
along those same lines, we had something really cool happen recently. Me and Twan actually attended this concert. It was called Tattoo the Earth. It was a 1-year run.
Yep.
And it actually didn't even come to St. Louis, but we went all the way out to Lawrence, Kansas to attend this Tattoo the Earth. So this would have been 2000. So it's called Tattoo the Earth. And what it was is, you know how, Warped Tour is kind of like skateboarding and outdoor
X Games style.
X Games style combined with music. Well,
Right.
Tattoo
Punk
the
rockish metal. Yeah.
Yeah, and Ozfest had their thing. Tattoo the Earth was combining the tattoo culture with metal.
Heavy metal. Yes.
And so we were like, yeah,
We're in.
Yes. On my way.
especially that time. So the lineup was Slayer, Slipknot, or
Seven
you got
Dust.
Seven Dust, Hatebreed, Relative Ash, Amen.
Cold, Spine Shank.
Cold Chamber, I
Some
believe.
of those 1 Minute
Chamber?
Silence were actually booked on it. Nothing Face were booked on it. Unfortunately, those last two bands at the stop we went to weren't there for some reason or another.
Yeah.
So at the time, that was a big reason why we went. We were really big into 1 Minute Silence at the time and Nothing Face. And yeah, no, they didn't get to play.
The lineup was amazing.
Yeah.
The shows were amazing.
Tattoo artists were amazing.
Paul Booth,
Well,
who's
what I read was like guys from London, guys from Austria, like people all over the fucking world,
Yeah,
top notch
they-
in their craft. They brought.
They definitely had a large group of tattoo artists.
Right.
and they had like little tents, if I remember right, set up for you could get a tattoo or whatever. Paul Booth is a real famous tattoo artist. He's the one who actually did the piece on the bass player of Mudvayne on his chest.
Gotcha.
He did that without even having. He said, "What do you want?" He said, "Put me something on my chest to make it look this way.
Grabbed a Sharpie
Yes.
and drew it and then went away. Dude's
It's
a
gonna be
beast.
on your body forever."
Yeah. Right.
That's a lot of trust.
And I think they did that on that tour. So anyway, promoter and the guy who set up and arranged all that and was the head man, Scott Alderman, we actually reached out to him and said, "Hey, we're going to do a new metal segment. We're going to do a new metal show on our podcast. I know you have he has a book coming out on it.
Yeah.
And it's called Caravan of Pain.
There you go.
Caravan of Pain. So it's not actually released yet. He sent us an advance copy. We just
Chad
got
knows people.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but the power of email.
Yeah, email is strong.
So Scott Alderman sent us an advance copy, and we just started reading it this week. And we're gonna do maybe even do a book review or something
Right.
in an upcoming episode. But that was really cool. I have
Absolutely.
started reading the book. I know you guys have as well. It's pretty cool to read all the behind the scenes
Dude
stuff.
is about that life. He's done some shit and seen some shit. Mad respect. Putting that concert
much
together, oh my God, was not easy for this guy. And he was like, I don't care. I'm making this happen.
Okay, fellas, we're going to go to break. We're going to hear from a sponsor and come back after this.
This video is brought to you by The Wellness Investors. The Wellness Investors are a collective of individuals with uniquely diverse backgrounds. Our goal is to inspire, motivate, and entertain. Visit thewellnessinvestors.com and start enhancing your life, one sector at a time.
Welcome back to the Vulgar Display podcast. How's it going, guys?
It is going great.
If you haven't seen that documentary, go check it out. Woodstock 99, Peace, Love, and Rage on HBO Max.
Put your reviews on our Facebook page.
Yeah, tell us
how you feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think about it. We appreciate all the interaction on there. People's been active on that page, and we really appreciate that. And
Loving that.
so thank you for that. New metal.
Woo. Woo.
Unbeknownst to you guys,
I like surprises.
I put what I'm calling a metal committee together,
Okay.
and they did some voting this week for me.
All right.
Hey,
Okay.
All right.
We have compiled not me, I did not vote. I stayed out of the voting. They did the voting. I trust these guys, and I think you guys probably would too.
Okay.
So,
I trust you, so I trust them.
oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
seems suspect to me.
Yeah, Juan's not trusting anyone.
And if you knew that it was Kenny Pakula,
Okay. KP, probably Micah.
Josh,
Yeah,
Josh Lubers,
Shout out to Lubers. What up, Mississippi?
Whack, Marcus House,
Who?
Nice.
Marcus House.
What up, Marcus?
He reached out to me. I said, man, I need you on the committee.
Dude, diehard Soulfly fan. Diehard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he was.
sir. So I gave them some homework this week.
Okay.
And they really came through. So what we're going to do now is we're going to select, you guys are going to select, and we're going to do Family Feud style. We're going to go back and forth on who you think is on the new metal Mount Rushmore.
Oh, my Lanta.
Ooh, okay.
But we had to extend it a little bit.
There's not 4 heads.
There's not. We're going to pretend there's 7 presidents on Mount Rushmore.
We
So
Seven's even a limit. Yeah.
So Dale always goes first, Twan, sorry. But we're going to go back and forth, and you guys are going to name who you think might be on the Mount Rushmore of new metal. So guess number 1, Dale, what is your first guess on the Mount Rushmore of new metal?
Has to be Corey Taylor.
So bands.
Oh, band. Slipknot.
Bands. Slipknot.
Yes. If we only have 7 spots, they have 9.
That is correct.
Good job. Good.
Boom. 1 for 1. Thank you. What's that worth? 500,000?
Yes.
Okay.
You get 0 Moby points.
0 Moby. Fuck.
Fuck Moby.
Yeah, fuck Moby. Little
Slipknot.
bitch.
Slipknot's impact on new metal was significant.
Yes.
I think there was sort of a before Slipknot and an after.
Yes, absolutely. They cut the mold when they made Slipknot. They are new metal.
Okay. So you got one right.
I'll holler.
1-0. Twan, you're losing.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Sucks to suck, bruh.
It does. Come on,
Twan.
Can I play? Can I play?
I believe in you. I'm confident in you.
No whammy, no whammy.
No whammy. Stop. Another one.
Okay. Twan, what is your guess for new metal Mount Rushmore?
It's got to be Limp Bizkit. It's got to be on there.
Oh, there you go.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Is correct.
Go me.
Go, Twan.
5 left on the list.
5. Okay. Whew.
Thinking new metal, late 90s,
Late 90s
early
new metal.
2000s new metal. What's on the Mount Rushmore of new metal? Second guess, Dale.
My love for Mudvayne is amazing, but I have to guess Korn.
That is correct.
I think they're number 1 on my list.
Dude, they were that deal back in the day. I had their poster right next to my Pantera poster in my bedroom. They were that deal.
And I think there's some argument of like how new metal started. You know, I'm bringing up Anthrax again, but like Anthrax and Public
Love
Enemy,
you. Yeah.
Bring the Noise.
Yeah.
You know, even like Faith No More with
Epic.
You know, some things like that. But I definitely think Korn has to at least come up at some point.
Absolutely.
Okay, Twan. Next guess. Mount Rushmore, new metal.
So my next guess isn't my favorite band by any means, but I think they've got to be up there. I'm going to say Rage Against the Machine.
Well done.
There was some question if they are new metal.
I think we had this discussion last time, and I think they have to fall in that just because of the years that they became big with the Tools and the Limp Bizkits. And
I think they qualify just because of the style, right?
and Zach's approach.
Zach's style.
Yes,
and
is the rap.
It was kind of rapping.
Yes.
So I think they fit that.
Sure, I agree with that.
I think the difference is, or at least some of the difference for me, is that he's an actual rapper.
Sure,
Yeah.
he is an MC with a rock band, metal band behind him.
Yes.
Yes.
I can see the argument both ways. I'm not
Right.
I'm not staunch on one or the other.
Right.
I think the argument could be made both ways. But for this list and the committee, they
It has
said
to-
that
yeah.
Rage, and some disagreed,
Sure.
but most said that Rage was new metal. So Rage is on the list.
Okay.
All right.
It's going to start getting harder.
It is going to start
I'm
getting
gonna go out
harder.
on a limb here. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to throw out Kid Rock because he was big into the hip hop.
No Kid Rock.
No Kid Rock. Okay.
No Kid Rock on this list.
Okay. I went out on a limb. Like I said, with mainly because of when he came in, he was big into more of the rap.
What about that first album?
Love it. I don't care what anyone says.
Good.
That Middle Finger album, you put that on, like I said, it has such a timestamp of parties I grew up listening to it. Everybody I knew had that fucking CD.
Yeah.
Everyone did.
Every did.
And every song, like I said, had great memories with it. I can't go against it. I'm a huge fan.
I'm a fan of that album too.
Yes.
In the same way, I almost liken it to like Nelly's first album.
Yes.
Because like you're saying, every party you went to, everybody you knew had that album,
it.
even if they weren't like a metal fan.
Right. Girls, guys,
Yeah.
old, young, everyone.
I really like that album. We saw him at Mississippi Nights.
I remember
Were you
that.
there?
I was a youngster, and I remember when you guys went, I was so jealous because that album just took off.
Was bumming smokes off one of us,
Yeah.
and he was a really cool dude. And I
Yeah.
think we even met him maybe a time after that, but that was very early on in his, not in his career because he had been doing stuff for a long time, but when his celebrity career,
Right.
he was still playing Mississippi Nights, which is a fairly small club.
To see Kid Rock at Mississippi Nights, not many can say that.
So no Kid Rock.
No Kid Rock. I tried. Went on a limb. Twan.
So you're down one now.
Yeah, Twan, here's your chance to take the lead.
I am going to have to say, and this is another band that I think is on that fence, and I'm going to say System of a Down.
Ooh.
Is it because they're not new metal?
Hold on.
He's going to change your right answer.
That is correct.
Okay. Brought it back.
They are on that list.
I was heartbroken for a second there.
I was like, damn it, we're tied.
There was some discussion. The reason I thought they weren't, there was some discussion about them being new metal as well.
Right.
I think I include them on that list because, and somebody mentioned that, either one of you guys or the committee that says, think of all the tours that they went on.
Everyone that was with them, yes.
That whole scene was always, and I know like their first tour was opening up for Slayer, which is something different, but everything after that, it seemed like for the most part was that whole scene.
Metal. Yeah. Like
I've seen them no less than 20 times because they opened up for everybody back
Right.
then.
Back before they hit it real big.
and then the headline.
Yeah.
Great band, by the way. Love that band.
Absolutely.
There's a super cool clip of Rick Rubin produced a lot of their albums, and he produced their first album, and they signed to American Records, which was Rick Rubin's record company. So he saw him one time. Somebody pointed him in, he's a huge metal fan.
Right.
That has done a bunch of metal records, but is, I would say, mostly probably famous for the Beastie Boys and Run
Sure.
DMC.
Yeah, that's where he like hit his lick was Beastie Boys. Yeah. Yeah.
So he saw somebody pointed him in the direction. It's like, man, you got to see this band. And this was System in playing all the LA clubs. And I think it was maybe the Whiskey or something. So there's a clip, and I'll put it on our Facebook page, of Rick going and seeing him. And he's talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, the first time I seen him, I couldn't stop laughing.
Right.
Not that it was funny, but it was so off the wall, something I had never seen with all these Armenian type rhythms and genocide lyrics and the crazy silliness. He said I couldn't stop laughing the whole time, and I think he signed them like the next day or something.
Had to have them.
Yeah,
Had to have them.
I definitely felt that way when I first seen them and heard them. I was like, man, very different.
Yes.
What the hell is this?
Yes. What is it? I love it, but what is it?
Okay.
I'm gonna try again.
Under pressure.
Down one. I'm going Steph Curry from deep. My again personal Mount Rushmore would have to be Mudvayne.
Ooh, wow, yeah. Look at you.
We're back in this bitch, boys.
Totally redeem yourself.
Totally redeem yourself.
They made the list.
They should. They were amazing. Still are amazing. Glad they're back on tour. They're hard to catch, but glad the boys are back. LD 5.0. Oh my God, incredible. First tattoo, like I loved and loved and loved. Still do to this day. Mudvayne.
Their first couple albums for me, really high up on them.
Yes.
If you're talking new metal, they're really high up on my list.
All super talented. Great band.
So they made the list. Are we down to one more?
Down to Twan for the win.
We're down to one more.
Oh, son of a...
On 3 seconds on the clock. What you gonna do, bub?
Hey.
If he gets this right, he's the winner.
It's the walk-off.
He's the winner.
Yeah.
If he gets it wrong, we tie.
I gotta walk home.
Like only Moby would.
Yeah, a Moby would tie. Fucker.
Okay, Twan, what's your last guess?
Man, I'm stuck between two bands that I think it could be. If it
Guess
was my
the wrong one.
Thanks, Nick. If it was my personal one, I'm gonna say Static X.
Solid. Really?
I think you guys might kick yourself. Deftones.
Fuck.
Man, why did I forget about Deftones?
I know.
They were on my honorable mentions on
Yeah,
my
right,
breakdown.
right.
7 words.
Deftones. Are they new metal? They've transcended, I would think.
Yeah. I guess because I don't even think of them that anymore with what they're doing today.
Right.
I don't associate that, I guess.
I thought this was interesting. The older people on the committee chose the Deftones.
Got you.
And the younger ones didn't.
Okay. I wouldn't have personally.
That's interesting to me
Yeah.
because to me, Deftones all day.
They are new metal all day. I agree with that. But my personal Mount Rushmore, I wouldn't have thought that.
And I don't think they're new metal anymore, but I definitely think you could consider what they did at the time was new metal, or at least
those first 2 albums for sure.
Yeah.
So for me, that's an obvious choice for me, but and not that there's a huge age difference between us, but there's a couple years. People that were more your age said
No.
like a Static X and Seven
That's where I
Dust.
would have went. I would have went Static X. My next guess.
Yep.
If Twan didn't. Mhm.
So that's pretty interesting. But Deftones for me is totally on the list, and we ended in a tie.
I like that.
Great.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you really?
You love Moby.
Moby lover.
Yeah.
We got one more thing that you guys don't know about, but I think you're gonna like it. We're gonna go to a break real quick, and when we come back, we're gonna play Banger
Okay.
or Bust.
So we're going to Banger, Maine.
Banger Main.
We're going to Banger.
What kind of podcast is this?
Banger or Bust.
Banger or bust. Let's play.
All right, we'll be back after this.
Oi, Max Cavalera here. Big shout out to the Vulgar Display of Podcast, a podcast made by metalheads for metalheads. Big shout out to Dale, Twan, and Chad for bringing to life the Vulgar Display of Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share our content and break down. This is the Vulgar Display of Podcast. Subscribe right now. I'm Max Cavalera. Stay metal. We'll see you on tour. Check out Vulgar Display of Podcast right fucking now.
Welcome back to the Vulgar Display of Podcast.
Welcome back.
We love this shit, man. This shit is just fun to me.
Yeah, it's life.
We hope you guys are enjoying it too. We're
Just as
enjoying
much as
doing
us.
it. Even
Yeah.
if you guys don't enjoy doing it, we're still gonna do it. So
Fuck you.
so you're stuck here with us. We got a lot of cool things in the future. We're gonna be doing some giveaways.
Yeah.
We have a whole bunch of stickers coming through. Don't leave without getting some.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of stuff up at the store that you can go check out now. Next couple episodes, we are going to have Brad Sexton on from the band Sons.
Brad is a talented mofo.
He is.
Intelligent,
Excited for
talented
that.
cat. I
We're
want
go-
to hear what he has to say.
We're going to talk a lot about gent,
Yeah.
gent, Meshuggah,
Meshuggah.
and everything like.
Meshuggah.
You know, for me, it's Meshuggah, and I'm sure we'll
When you
talk
talk
about
drums, yeah.
And that's one of those bands that it seemed like everything after a lot of it sounded like Meshuggah.
Yes.
And he's a huge fan of that type of music, so we're gonna talk some of that, and
I'm
then
pumped.
we're gonna pick our favorite metal drummers. I can't wait for that one.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
I'm in on that one.
Absolutely. Bring it.
So we're excited for that. We also have the weird metal episode coming up soon.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
one.
I liked all the posts that everybody was throwing up
Yeah.
of the weird metal.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that one.
Yes.
And we want your ideas. If you guys are listening out there, if you have some ideas for some things that we can cover and we can talk about, let us know because we want to do it. But I know that weird metal one is coming, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pumped for that too.
Yeah. So this is the initial installment of Banger or Bust.
Banger or bust. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Once again, I got to shout out the committee. The committee helped me with these. I did not vote on these. I picked the songs for them to vote on, We have 10 new metal songs, and you guys are going to vote banger or bust, and I'm going to tell you how that
Relates to their opinion.
relates to the. Thank you, Joe.
I got you, bub.
Thank you. Banger or bust?
Let's play.
Are you ready for song number 1?
Yes, I'm so ready. Yeah, fucking banger with a capital B.
Banger. I started fucking
Oh my God, I
Dancing my
couldn't keep
ass
my
off.
headphones on
fucking love Taproot.
without question. Love Taproot.
For those that don't know, that's Taproot. The song is Again and Again. You guys are correct.
Yeah.
Good.
Here, Chris Farley will tell you.
That is correct.
I agree with Chris Farley because that song is a fucking banger. Taproot is amazing.
The vote was 4-1.
Somebody said it wasn't a banger.
Somebody said it wasn't a
Kick
banger,
them out of the committee.
but the committee agreed with you guys that it's a banger.
Good.
The shitty if they don't agree.
What do you guys think about Taproot?
Absolutely.
I loved them.
Love them.
They were so much fun to watch live.
Yes, saw them open for Mudvayne at
Mudvayne, yeah.
Pops. Yes.
Yeah, me and you were there.
Yes, great show.
Yep.
Do you guys go back and listen to new metal much?
All day long. Yes.
I hadn't in a while until we started doing this, and I started going back a little bit more once we started
Yes.
talking about doing this. And
Yes.
Taproot was one that I went back and listened to, and I was like,
Like I said, that
"Man,
album,
some of these songs are really good."
they're really good. That album Gift is incredible.
So I've been doing that too. Since we've been doing this podcast, I've been listening to more
Y'all
metal.
brought me back to that.
Yeah.
That's what I said. All of this talk about it in the podcast has brought me back to
Yeah.
that.
So you guys got it right.
Hashtag
Correct.
banger. Yeah.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Number 2. Okay, you ready for this one?
Yes. Mark ass busters.
The only way that song's a banger is if it's 1 o'clock at and then
Closing time at the bar.
closing time at the bar, and you're just ready to just lash out.
You got some dude been eyeing you all night. You ready to throw
Right.
down?
Now I'm headstrong.
So you went bust with that.
Yeah, I'd
think
say
that's
head
bust.
wrong. Yeah.
Both of you guys say bust?
Bust.
They said it was a banger?
4-1. Banger.
Fire this committee.
Yeah.
I love you guys, but you're wrong.
They said banger. 4-1.
Well, we're on the fucking show, so we're right. Apologies to all of you. I love you all, but
If I would have voted, I would have picked bust on that.
yeah. Why didn't you? Why can't you vote? Because you're the dude?
Try to stay neutral.
Oh, you're one of them.
But you're not. You think it's a bust.
I think it's a bust for
You
sure.
like instantly shook
shit
your head at
song.
us. I'm snitching you out. You were like, no.
Committee's terrible. They're all fired.
Thank you. Thank you, Chad, finally. They're all fired.
They did a good job.
Yeah, kind of.
But not on that one.
Kind of. Yeah, fuck Moby.
Okay. You ready for number
Yes,
3?
bring number 3.
I tear my heart open, I sew myself shut. My weakness is that I can't do much, and my scars remind me that the past is real.
I think that's a bust, but that's also a song like, you know, that scene in I think it's Tommy Boy where they both like are hesitant to turn the radio.
But no one will turn it. Yeah. I'm good with it if you are. No, it's fine. Yeah. Bust.
So I didn't pick Last Resort on that one. I went with one that was, I think, a catchier, maybe
Right, more poppy.
like you're talking about, where you hear it on the radio and you're like, I'm not turning it. But
Yeah, right.
You leave it if you want
can.
to.
Yeah, it's fine.
You want to hear what the committee says. You guys
I don't
both say
trust
bust.
them anymore. I don't
That's
care what they
bust.
say. Yeah. About fucking time. About time y'all woke
Totally redeemed themselves.
up. Yes.
4-1 bust.
4-1. Thank goodness. Whew.
4-1 bust.
Oddball.
I know. I'm starting to get suspect. Who's the one trying to be fucking different?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's what I'd say too.
I got a good one here for you.
Okay. I need a banger.
I'm ready to see what you say about this one.
Okay.
So this one is number 4, banger or bust.
All right.
You take away.
Stained Mud Shovel.
I love Mud Shovel. That's about the only song I like by Stained.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was pretty hard.
Banger.
I say banger. Yeah.
Banger here. Twan.
I think that one's a bust.
Bust. Okay, so we're
torn. I'm probably the one in this category, but I'm going to say banger.
Out of the committee and Twan, it's 5-1. Banger. That was the only one on the list that was unanimous.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like it as a banger. Because that's when they were still hard. Then when they found out Aaron Lewis could play acoustic and go fucking super softy pants, that's what they did.
Now if you'd have played Waste, I would have put banger on that one.
Okay.
But
Well played. Well played.
I really enjoyed Stained for a while.
That's why I said when they were hard. You know, obviously I said I love Adele and I'm not against the soft stuff. I love the soft stuff just as much as the hard. But when you come out playing Mud Shovel and then you're playing an acoustic softy fucking bullshit song, stick with what got you there, boys. Personal opinion.
Yeah, he's kind of turned into something different here lately,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they said banger. All right.
Agreed.
We ready for the next one?
Let's do it.
Okay.
are we?
I got the kick at a Gramercy Park.
Banger.
Banging.
Walk off.
Riding for Lane. That's a banger.
I fucks with it. I love it. Banger, 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 banger.
Banger and mash, boy.
Yes. Love Key to Gramercy Park. We had this conversation the other day.
We did, because this came up actually at my Super Bowl party.
Yes.
One of my best friends in the world is my cousin, Bushwhack. Wax.
Yes.
If you listen to Wax World and many of the other podcasts,
This is whack.
This is the whack that we
Yes.
talk about. He said Deadsy sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. They might suck, but they made a banger.
Touche.
Yeah.
So it was 4-1 banger on that. The
Love that
committee
song.
agrees with both you guys.
Yep. Whack was the one on that one.
Yeah.
Whack was the one was the bust on
And
that.
everyone has an opinion. I get that. But that's one that'll play and I'll play on repeat over and over.
Everyone has an opinion, and
Yes.
Wax is wrong.
Wax is wrong. Yes.
That's a banger for me. Now, I will say this. Don't go back and watch that video, because it doesn't help their chances at all.
At all.
Staying
Just
a
listen to
banger.
it in your car.
Don't do that.
I like that album. There's even
Yes.
some other songs on that album that I really like. She likes big words when they
Yes.
slow it down a lot of the time.
Yeah,
I like that
Winners.
album.
I like it too. Like the electronics, all that.
Winners was another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The different synthesizers and stuff. I'm a fan.
So I didn't vote, but if I did, that one would have been a banger for me.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right, we're ready for the next one.
Yes, sir.
I could go all night with these.
I know. Me too. This is fun. Orgy?
How does it feel to treat me like you do? When you blame your hands upon me and tell me who you are.
Personal opinion. I think it's a banger.
Banger. Okay.
Yes. I like it.
I think that one's a bust, but I've only saw that band one time, and it was at the most new metal of new metal shows I've ever been to, which was Family Values 1998.
Yes.
And, it was
Ice
Orgy,
Cube, Corn.
Rammstein, Limp Bizkit.
Yes.
Rammstein, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me on the drum solo part you didn't fucking at least on your steering wheel, like
Well, I
at
mean,
least once, Twan.
familiar with the song already. It's
Okay.
a cover, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I forgot it was a cover. And actually, Whack was the one who's like, yeah, way better than the original. I forgot it was a cover
Right.
from
Yeah.
New Order or something from the 80s or something. Did I tell you what the committee said?
No, you did not.
The committee said banger.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I was surprised.
Catchy.
on
I
that
sing it every time it's on. I don't turn it.
I stand by my answer. I don't think that's a banger.
Okay.
I probably would have went bust with that one, but
Right.
the committee says banger, so it's a banger.
I think Orgy as a whole is a bust because they were put on that fucking amazing tour. So they put you on this pedestal like, hey, you're competing with the fucking best right now. We want you to stay there.
Yeah.
And then they fucking Houdini'd.
Committee says banger, so it's a
Yeah.
banger.
Yeah. Feels good to be right, Twan.
Does it?
All right, number 7.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit, My Way,
I
banger
think-
or bust?
I think bust.
I'm going to say banger.
Banger, one banger, one bust. The committee says bust.
Boop.
4-1.
4-1. Okay.
How's it feel to suck?
It sucks.
So if I pick counterfeit,
Banger.
Oh, banger. My absolute
banger
favorite.
all day.
I've mentioned that before on this podcast.
You
My
could pick-
absolute favorite off. Yeah, you're good. Any counterfeit, hands down, Amazing song. My favorite.
You could have picked Sour from that album, and I would have said banger.
Yeah.
I think that one's on the, if we're talking just albums, that one has to be on the Mount Rushmore of new metal. And that is an album I have listened to recently, went back and listened to, and it's good.
It's so good. And Counterfeit, again, over and over and over. I could listen to it.
So they went bust on that one, but I think
fair.
Limp Bizkit in that time, $3 Bill Y'all, and I know that one's on a different album, but $3 Bill Y'all, if Jonathan Davis was kind of the face of new metal for a little bit, Fred Durst took that torch and ran with it.
He did. He was the shadow.
He ran a little far.
Yeah, right.
Nookie.
Yeah.
I started checking out about Nookie time.
Yeah, right. You're right. Sure.
Okay, I'm interested to see about this one.
Okay.
I'm interested to see what you guys say.
Interesting.
This is number 8, Banger or Bust.
Banger.
Hands down.
Fucking banger.
Yes. Might be a walk-off banger. Bangarang Rufio.
Bang.
Yes, without doubt. Banger, banger, banger.
Okay.
If anyone on the committee said bust, I'm punching them.
I'm not going to punch him, but
Maybe kick him in the shin.
I'm going to let them know how wrong they are.
Right. I might unfriend him on Facebook.
So banger for both you guys.
Yes.
Banger.
Bangarang Rufio. What? We're fighting.
The committee was pretty split on this one. We went 3-2,
Wow.
but they ruled bust.
Shocker.
They're good.
Yes.
Was that one good?
Yeah.
That one was good for its time, for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
I don't go out and listen to that one, but
Right.
I have listened to some of their later stuff after that. They're good.
What
Yeah.
if they were guys?
Still be a banger.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
I would have voted bust.
What?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I appreciated them.
Yes.
You know, I appreciate what they did. But yeah, and I think I might have pulled the wrong part of that song. But if you keep listening after that, it gets kind of
I still dig it.
not great for me. So I would have went bust, and the committee went bust. So you guys are wrong.
If you would have pulled Charlotte, would you have went bust?
Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
You went banger.
Yeah.
Banger, bang, 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 bang.
Like a 6-shooter.
Okay. So you guys were wrong.
Well,
You were out.
in my mind, I'm right. So
I feel pretty good about being wrong.
Yeah. Same. I'll be wrong all day.
Committee voted bust on that one. We ready for number 9?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm sweating from Max. Like,
Jigsaw girl calling your bluff. Where you better, baby, where you at, girl? One time and you can't get enough. I know you's a freak, girl, I know you like it rough. Make a man scream, Lord have mercy. Baby girl scream, Lord have mercy. Yeah, you sure look good to me. Look good to me. Say, won't you take me there? Take me where I wanna. Say, won't you take me there? Head back to Texas. I'm in the water and I'm testing my love. You got the line, baby, here comes the...
yeah.
So that's Primer 55. The song is Texas.
Can you keep playing the whole song, please?
I actually pulled a little bit. I couldn't stop. You know,
No.
the rest of them, I think they have like 15 seconds. I had
play
to
the whole
keep going
thing.
with that one.
Yeah. It's got the Rastafari head bobbing
Yeah.
and then straight into the fucking heavy metal.
Banger.
Banger all day long.
That album is a banger.
Yeah.
But that song is really good. I
Yes.
like that one.
Great.
For me, they're one of the most underrated. I think they got this sort of label. They had a rapper, and their first album was a latte of rap.
Lots of rap.
Right.
Their second album to me is one of those ones that was so underrated because there was some songwriting in it that was great. That song being an example of one.
Great
The committee voted for you guys. They said banger.
Yes.
I would have voted banger too. It's one of my favorite new metal records. It really is.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's awesome.
So overlooked.
And so we're lucky enough that we're friends with Marcus he's from Relative Ash back in the day, but he's a part of some new stuff that we'll talk here in a little bit about. But he's friends with a lot of the new metal guys because they did a lot of tours. And he's friends with Bobby Burns, and he's actually kind of put us in contact with Bobby, and we're going to do an interview at some point with Bobby of Primer 55.
Yes. Amazing.
Bobby is, a lot of people don't know, but Bobby wrote everything you hear on every Primer record was pretty much Bobby. He did everything.
Yeah.
Other than the rapping.
Right.
He did almost everything that you hear on every one of their records, and he's an incredible, super sweet guy.
Talent.
Super awesome guy. He's granted us an interview, and we're going to get that out sometime soon, so be looking for that. But Primer 55, Texas,
Banger.
total banger for me.
Yes, complete banger.
Yep.
We got one more.
One more.
Aw.
I know.
I could be wrong here. I could be right. I could be the son of God, selling you a little lie. But you wouldn't see me. You wouldn't hear me. Why you would not me? Tell me, holy man. Is that supposed to mean something? Am I supposed to feel something? Am I to leave the show on the game? My way running your life.
1 minute silence, Holy Man. Banger or bust?
I mean, by the way we were bobbing our heads and singing along with it, I'd have to go banger.
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 Hands down banger. I love a lot of new metal bands, and 1 Minute Silence may not be my favorite new metal band, but that song is my favorite new metal song.
That's saying a lot because there's a lot of new metal.
That is correct.
The committee agreed with you, and most
About
importantly,
funny time.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think 1 minute silence, kind of when talking about Primer 55, they got lumped into a certain genre of new metal.
Sure.
If you go back and listen to a lot of 1 minute silence, it actually reminds me, being removed from it from that time period and going back and listening to it, it reminds me more of Rage than it does, Limp Bizkit.
Right.
And I think
right.
they got sort of lumped in by their
Through
own
that.
doing or other people's doing. They
Right.
got lumped into a certain style that I don't think they deserve to be in. Listen to his lyrics and his passion. And I've actually gotten to talk to the singer Yap a few times, and he's a smart guy, real deep into philosophy and stuff. And it's hard to even have a conversation with him because
Right.
he is so smart. You're like, man, I feel dumb.
Yeah, he dumbs us down.
Yeah. But if you listen to their lyrics and if you listen to their message, they have a lot more in common with Rage than they do Limp Bizkit.
I Now Saved Later is one hell of an album.
Absolutely. That's a great album, and I think one of the most underrated ones of that time period. So I mentioned Marcus from Relative Ash. He's a really close friend of mine. He's going to actually come on the podcast at some point, and we're going to
Sweet.
maybe even be releasing some stuff that hasn't been out there yet. He's in a new band with some of the members of 1 Minute Silence, and we've been lucky enough to actually, he's been sending us some of the demos that haven't been released yet. And man, I'm pretty excited for the future for those guys.
Hell yes.
And I sent it to you guys too, and
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
full of energy and
Banger.
yeah, it was already a banger.
Fuck a committee. It's a banger.
So I said this on text the other day, but by doing this podcast and putting everything out, I feel like I could pass the bar exam for copyright laws.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of hoops to go through. Well, this next one and what we're going to send out on is we've been approved to play this song.
Oh, okay. Finally.
Finally.
Yeah. Took us this long.
So all those cease and desist,
Yeah.
and those.
They can suck it.
But what you're going to hear now, what we're going to go out on is Theftuous, and that's part 1 Minute Silence, part Relative Ash, and the song is called Entity. So you're going to hear that right after the break. Fellas, new metal.
Love it. Stay fucking metal.
We still love new metal, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You're okay. If you guys are out there listening to it in your car with your windows down, good for you. You don't have to hide that shit.
No.
It's okay to like some of those things.
Yes.
It's okay to turn your red hat backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Please do.
Put your prison khakis on and
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Your Chuck Taylors and let's rip.
Yeah. So, this was the new metal episode. We're still fans. We don't have guilty pleasures because if we like it, we like it. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Here's Theftuous with the song Entity. Check it out. Like, subscribe, and all that. Thanks, guys. We'll see you
Stay
next
metal.
time. Dale,
Stay metal.
stay metal.
Hey, this is Marcus from Theftuous, and you're listening to Chad and the Boys on the Vulgar Display of Podcast.
Outside the box, fingers uncrossed. No time to stop, no
It's okay to jump. It's okay to lose it further. It's okay to come from that hole in your heart where there's nothing to hold on to. It's okay to jump. It's okay to lose it further. It's okay to come from that hole in your heart where there's nothing to hold on to.